Hi everyone, welcome back. And as you can see, I'm filming the intro in a different part of my house today, which I thought was a nice change of pace. I have as my live audience my husband's video game tchotchke collection and Cartman, so that's always fun. I am going to be showing you my handbag collection today. So all of these bags are under $400, which is definitely still a lot of money. But for me, I am not precious with my bags, so I'm not going to spend $1,000 plus on something that's just going to be thrown around and in the back of my car and God knows where. So I have 5 bags for you today. It's a relatively small collection compared to a lot of other YouTubers, but as a busy person, I find that I rotate my bags a lot more frequently that way, and that way I also get my cost per wear out of my purchases. So if you like content that is geared toward busy people, that's fashion and beauty related, then please consider subscribing and liking and hitting the notification bell, because that really helps support my channel and the content I produce here. So enough with the intro, let's go have some fun. Let's look at my bag collection. The first bag I'm going to talk about is the Polene, the Numero Sept mini in black. When I say that, you know, like this bag has been through the ringer, that's because it sat under a pile of clothes that were going out to be donated. I had actually put this in a corner of my house because right when COVID-19, it started getting everywhere and then people were ordered to stay home, I had just gotten this bag and I just sat there looking at it like, does this have, you know, like I was just like, is this safe to touch? Because we didn't really know anything at that time. And then I sanitized it and I just left it out and it got crushed under this bag of clothes. So I came back to it a couple weeks later and it had been bent and off to the side. And this was the first bag that I had really ever purchased that was close to, I think it's $380, and I'd never purchased a bag that expensive before, and I was so sad. So after it was bent, as you can see, it's not bent now, I left it out and just sitting on top of my dresser, and it went back into shape. Editing Audrey here. Sorry, I don't have a before pic of how this bag was bent, but just to clarify, it wasn't completely crushed, but it was crooked and leaning slightly to one side once I dug it out from under that bag of clothes. And yes, it miraculously recovered. But to be clear, I'm not saying that you should put this bag to the test and crush it to see what happens. It's not meant to be treated that way if you want it to look its best. In short, don't squish your bags. Like, it sort of reformed itself. So I was really so pleasantly surprised that it just went back into shape and it looks brand new. As you can see, I got the grained leather because I really just didn't want to have to worry about scratches and things like that. This right here, the opening is gold plated, and it has like this really beautiful sort of micro suede on the inside, and then just a tiny pocket for a card. Then it has the chain like that, and I like to wear it crossbody, so it's really nice. It's not super heavy. I mean, there is a little bit of weight to it because of the chain. That's always something that I'm a little bit nervous about whenever I buy a handbag, is how heavy it's going to be. I very rarely wear anything that isn't crossbody. I don't like having to carry things from the handle. I think that's really nice and like that looks very fashionable and it's great for taking pictures, but in everyday use, when you're thinking about what's practical, I'm not going to be holding my handbag like this, and I also don't want someone to run past me and just grab it out of my hand. I feel like it's more secure crossbody, if that makes sense. You can fit a good amount in here. I go for mini bags because I don't have any kids, you know, like I don't carry around a ton of things. And if I do, I'm going to use a huge tote bag. Day to day, I'm just carrying my phone, lipstick, maybe a mirror, and cards and things like that, like credit cards and stuff. That's all I really need this for, and it's great. It goes with a lot of different things. I chose black because I felt like that would be the most practical, but I'm also very into color. This brings me to my next purchase. This is the Mlouye mini Sera Tote in the pastel color, and this is a really cool, really fun, interesting handbag. You can kind of go like that. It like pops. I could do that all day. It's really fun. It's really fun to have. I just love color anytime, and especially pastels. Anytime I can get my hands on something that is pastel, I try to take advantage of it. It has a little micro suede lining. There's a little label on the bottom. Doesn't hold a ton. I mean, it does hold my iPhone. It will hold that, maybe again like a chapstick or a lipstick, and maybe a mirror, something like that, and some hand sanitizer. It has this little bag inside, and you kind of go like that, and you can walk around with it like that so that your belongings are more secure. Or, you know, if you feel like it's fine to just have your stuff out, then you can just have it like that, so it's easier access. The leather is not grained. However, it does feel pretty scratch proof. It's not a super smooth leather. I don't know if I can show you. It's not super smooth. It looks durable. The designer for Mlouye is an architect, so that's why it has this really kind of cool feature where you can pop it out and in, and it has a unique design to it, and it's so colorful. There are a few different colors and like colorways that you can purchase, but I just loved this one, and it just like it's kind of just like so out there. This mint green strap, and it's super light. It's incredibly light. The only thing that I don't love about this bag is that these right here, they can come off, these little hoops to hold the straps in place. I tried to put them, like, to secure them by putting them on the little gold stud right there, but they do tend to move around. But other than that, you know, this is really nice to make a little fashion statement with. I would wear this out to brunch with, you know, my girlfriends. I absolutely love this bag. Sometimes I just take it out and I just look at it because it feels like a total work of art. And next I have this big girl here. This is my Cuyana Classic Structured Leather Tote. This is the bag that I use for work. This is in the burgundy and the blush. It has some stuff in it, but it has a burgundy outside, and then there's a lining in there that is blush. And I absolutely love this. This has not been babied. This has been, you know, sort of like thrown in the corner by my desk. It has been squished in between things. It doesn't even have wearing at the corners. I've had this for a couple of years now, and it has just been so good, and I got it monogrammed. It's the grain leather, so no scratches. I don't see any spots or any stains. Hopefully there's none there. And it fits a ton. I can fit my laptop, I can fit my audio equipment in here, I can fit my headphones, my makeup bag. I can fit everything in this bag. It's the hardest working bag in my whole collection, and it's absolutely beautiful. It really is. I mean, it's a little bit worn in, a bit worn in like right there, but pretty much looks like the day I got it. I could not be happier. It's around $200 for that. It's one of the best investments in a bag that I have made. My next bag is a Katerina fox bag. This was actually an Etsy find, and I really love this bag because of the color. I kind of like it with this outfit. It's real leather. It has a sort of grain to it. It's nice and light. It's very well made. It has a gold tone chain to it. and a leather strap on top. I like the leather straps on top because my hair is long, and if I wear something typically with a chain all the way around, my hair can get caught in it. So I really like having that leather on the top, and I, you know, like you can probably tell I love gold tone or gold hardware. And then it just has a little KF right here, minimal branding. And she has a ton of bags in many different styles. She has a lot of, you know, like those doctor bag styles. She has these in so many different colors, and it's really, really great. It's a nice sort of mid-sized bag. It's still a smaller bag, but I mean, for the price, this is under $200, and it doesn't have a scratch on it. I've worn it out a few times, and it's just a fun bag. And then last but not least, another one of my super hardworking bags. This is the Sons Waverly 2 bag. It is super functional. It's in the Saffiano Leather. And I think that that was made popular by Prada. They have a lot of Saffiano leather bags, which is sort of a nice alternative to the grained leather because it doesn't, I mean, you can't really scratch it, and it doesn't mark up really easily. On the back, it has a little card holder. It can be worn on the shoulder, crossbody. It can also be worn as like a belt bag and as a clutch. So this is a really, really nice one. It fits so much more than it looks like it can fit. Again, my phone, keys. It also comes with another smaller leather strap so that you can use it as a clutch and put it around your wrist, make it a wristlet. It has a place for cards as well, and then a nice deep pocket. You can throw it around. Nothing has happened to this. It's been out. You know, there was a point where I wasn't putting it in a dust bag and putting it in my closet or taking care of it the way that I should, and it looks brand new. Unfortunately, they don't have this color anymore. I love a blush pink. I try not to buy too many blush pink things because I feel like I have just so many of them, but there are a lot of other colors, and it's definitely still available. A lot of times Sons has sales, so they are marked down quite a bit and quite often throughout the year, so just beware of that. If you want something that is very, you know, minimal, functional, they have a ton of very functional bags. I've also had a bag, like a work bag from them as well, and that was an amazing bag. Sons is a great brand if you haven't tried it. So those are all of my handbags. I hope you enjoyed this video and I gave you some ideas, some inspiration. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye.